All right, the government-sponsored space age is drawing to a close, but with NASA getting set to set out the last space shuttle, private companies are lining up to take its place. Now, I joined Sir Richard Branson on board a Virgin flight to watch the Virgin Galactic maiden flight over San Francisco. Today, Sir Richard Branson will see his commercial spaceship over the Pacific Ocean for the first time.
This is exciting. There's a wing in the way.
You're looking at Virgin Galactic, likely to be the first space line to take tourists out of the Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah, one wonders when we're going to wake up. Doesn't feel real, does it?
Wow.
This is a victory for Branson. Since he was a boy, Branson dreamed of going to space, but he came to the realization that government programs wouldn't take him there.
They weren't really interested in you or me going into space. So in the end, out of frustration, I thought, let's build our own spaceships.
And now you too can go if you can cough up the 200 grand for one of the 6 tickets on a flight. This carbon composite rocket will be released from the carrier plane in midair, and then it will propel passengers at 3.5 times the speed of sound, straight up 62 miles to the boundary of space.
Well, the flight itself will last about 2 hours, and you'll be in space for about 4 minutes in total.
200 grand for 4 minutes of weightlessness?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but when you compare it to the cost of going to space with the Russians, which is now $65 million, it's actually pretty much a deal.
Over time, Branson expects the price to come down. Meanwhile, he faces stiff competition. Elon Musk, another well-known entrepreneur, launched his Dragon spacecraft last December and already has a contract to shuttle astronauts to the space station. But Branson's ahead of the pack and confident as ever.
Hopefully we'll be able to move on to intercontinental travel at a fraction of the time that it takes to fly from America to Australia, just popping people out of the Earth's atmosphere and back down again. Branson
says such fantastic possibilities are only available to those willing to take risks.
I've sometimes faced death, and having survived, I suspect I'm appreciating life, that much more as a result.
Well, I was there when Branson launched the first Spaceship One. It's an exciting venture. 200 grand for 5 minutes in space. Not my 200 grand, but it could be pretty exciting.